Hey guys, welcome back to the Schmoedown Respin presented by Cinedopical. Nate here with a Strange Wang, and today we are taking a look at the singles tournament bracket. First up, we'll go with the play-in matches. The first one on the left side of the bracket will be Frank Moran versus James White.
That's what I think is going to happen. Because I ain't never seen any of these two cats play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to do one of those Dragon Ball Z fusion dances and turn into Frank White from King of New York, Christopher Walken's character in that movie, Frank White.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a fan of Biggie Smalls, he's the black Frank White. But this, I'm assuming these are white guys. So they're going to turn into Frank White, Christopher Walken from that movie, and play Bibiani. But they're going to lose to Bibiani because Christopher Walken and Frank White, he's going to care too much about cocaine and stuff, and he's not going to study.
Makes sense.
I feel like the inevitable outcome of this match, regardless of who wins it, is that they will probably get eaten by the Beast.
I don't know. Bibiani shits the bed more than a 2-year-old, so I don't know.
But it's tough to do that while you're standing up. The next play-in match is...
on your leg.
That shit is gross.
Next play-in match, Marisol Mckee versus Bonnie Somerville. We've heard that name a lot.
I'm going to go with Mckee because Bonnie's last match was not good. And I think Oyama's going to take him because he's a former singles champion. You know, come on.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. I like what they're doing in Corruption right now, and I understand that only goes so far as how good your players perform. But I do like what they're doing right now. I'm probably going to go Mckee on that one as well. But whoever wins still has to play Paulo Yama, and I don't see either of them getting out of that match alive. So that one seems pretty easy. Going back up to the top of the left bracket, we have Andres Gallego. I always get it wrong. I don't know what it is. Versus Adam Collins.
I'm going to see if Kaiser will bet some money on this match with me. So I'm going to go with Adam Collins. So he won't cheat me and screw the match, you know. So.
Yeah, fair enough. And he'll probably take that bet. And hopefully. I want in too because we'll probably take his money. But either of them are playing either Merle or Roka.
Yeah, I think Vince Exchange ultimately has the W in this one.
Yeah. If they're playing. I mean, you know.
Well, one of them has to play. It's either Merle or Roka.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
but regardless, whoever wins that play-in match is going to lose. I feel like they're really kind of screwing the play-in matches this year because if you go across to the other side of the bracket, it's either Kemp or Ramirez versus Vinny Mancuso. But whoever they win either has to play Ethan Irwin or John Roka. So there is really no easy path for any of the play-in matches for this bracket. I mean, that's just a tough...
I don't know. I got Ramirez in this one, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I think she'll have the best chance of beating Vinny. I've never seen Kemp play except for Energetum, and it wasn't so hot right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just with so much buzz around Ramirez, you know, I want to see how she plays.
Yeah. And
what she's learned from the factions.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I think Roka, he likes to shit the bed just as much as what's his name, Bibiani. And Irwin, he's not going to study, so if he gets animated, he's toast.
That is true. Yeah, and, you know, I would love to see Ramirez be the one that's in this bracket because that would mean that either Merle or Roka is the singles champion, which I feel is a very likely outcome anyways, but also happens to be the outcome I want. But also, let's see her win that because out of all of them, if she's as good as everyone is saying that she is, she's probably the one out of those three that has the best chance of beating either Irwin or Roka.
That's a fact.
Next up, we're looking at Lon Harris versus Sabrina Graves.
I just want to see more of Lon Harris, so I'm going to go with him. The
character, man.
Yeah, was he the delinquent now?
Yeah.
You guys share the same nickname, but you got him too?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, under that match, we got Alonzo Dorade, and my phone's going off in my pocket. Told your mom stop texting me. We're shooting videos.
She just learned how to text.
Versus
she can't
Brendan Meyer, the kid. I don't know. The kid freaks me out. He's too happy. So I'm going to go with Alonzo.
Really? I'm going with the kid, man. I think that guy's pretty good.
You're not wrong.
Next up, it's Mark and Draco versus Matt Aschetti.
There you go, and Draco, man. And Draco, he might actually carry a Draco. Danino was telling me he's a Russian spy, so he might have a Draco on him. But that dude's just he's a machine, you know. That's why they call him the android. Actually, he'll probably win the match anyways, but he'll be like, oh, that question wasn't right, and give the match to him. So I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
Yeah.
Giving away matches, but
It's like that really, really lame commercial about character where the basketball player is like, Coach, I touched the ball last when it went out of bounds. Nobody does that.
yeah, that's whack.
Don't do that. Next up, Chance Elson versus David Del Rio.
You gotta go what you know, man. I've seen Chance play. I've seen Chance dominate, so Chance it is for me.
Yeah. I briefly talked about it on this week's episode of Schmoedown Respin. Not sure which one is airing first, but I mean, people could talk about Mckee 3 belts all they want, but if you're going to talk about a competitor that has a legitimate chance of winning 3 belts, you got to talk about Chance Ellison, especially after what he did this past week with Robert Parker. I mean,
That's some lunacy.
he's just good all around. Like, that dude has, honestly, maybe the best chance of owning 3 belts in the Schmoedown. He's definitely moving on to the next round of the tournament on this one. Next up, Liz Shannon Miller versus Rachel Silvestrini.
I gotta go with Miller. If she would beat Oyama, she would have been playing for the singles championship.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel hasn't even sniffed that belt, so you gotta go what you know. I know Miller, she's a beast in singles.
You're right.
And honestly, when it comes to managers and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I might have to give it to the swag, you know?
Winston's done great.
Yeah, I mean, what's her name? She's worried about what she got in her fanny pack. Ain't no telling what she's got in her fanny pack today. It's probably like Eminem's mom's spaghetti or
It's
something.
like green Jello, but not in a container. It's literally just a fanny pack.
With the fruit in it?
Just like pulling straight green Jello out.
Does it have the fruit in it?
Yeah,
I might eat some of it. I like Jello with the fruit
just
in it.
right out of the fanny pack.
Shit,
Yeah.
might maybe.
I'm going Liz Shannon Miller as well. Silvestrini, it seems like she really knows what she knows very well. Like I think she knows a lot of those deep cuts. But breadth of movie knowledge, I gotta go Shannon Miller on that one. Next up, this one's really interesting: the Barbarian versus Whitney Seibold.
Depending on who plays Roka or Irwin,
Mm-hmm.
this is my favorite match of round 1. This match is gonna be great because Whitney again, he's got the Bibiani curse. He shits the bed
A lot.
I gotta go with the Barbarian though because Finn Stock Exchange. That's the team, man.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I think the Barbarian's going to ultimately walk away with this one, but that could be one of the best matches we see in round 1.
What else?
Next up, back to the other side of the bracket, Paul Preston versus Eric Zipper.
That's the new damn Earl. It's not Eric Zipper.
Cap.
I go with Preston, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he was in the finals last year, I believe.
Yeah, he was. So my thing, Zipper, he's getting way better. He really is. And he's obviously studying super hard. He wants to be good at this game. He seems to be doing a better job of controlling his mental part of the game as well. But Preston is just he's not that kind of guy that's going to come out and intentionally talk a bunch of crap to you or be demeaning, but his presence is very undeniable. I can see Zipper getting a little shook up in this match. I think Preston's walking away with that one as well. Next up, Jader Paramo. Jader Paramo versus Jim Verveda.
I'm going to go with Jader because he actually knows the rules of the game.
Right.
So I think that's an easy one.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to wonder, has someone pulled Jim aside and said, okay, we're not practicing trivia today. We're just practicing how to use multiple choice and repeats. And that's it. And if he hasn't figured that out, I think Jader's got the chops to pull it off for sure. Next up, Tim Franco and Tom.
Oh, that's it? Just Tom? Oh, that guy. Yeah.
You were hoping I was going to say Dagnino.
Well, that dude's the GOAT. I mean, if you really think about it, if he was a player, he could be Finstock, Bobby Gucci, and Tom Dagnino, and play in the tournament 3 times. But this is tough because I've only seen Tom play in teams.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, we saw him play once, and he had a perfect game or whatever. So this again. Barbarian Whitney, one of the most anticipated matches for Strange Wang for the tournament. I'm gonna gotta go with do I want to see more Koi? Do I want to see
Flip the invisible coin here.
Yeah, you know.
I'm going Franco.
I go with Tom then. We've been agreeing a lot today. I don't like that.
On literally everything. But
I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, that one time we did see Franco, he was absolutely incredible. And Tom is just a relative unknown when it comes to singles. I don't know how he's going to do. I think that it's fair to say that he kind of carried the team sometimes with Video Drew, but
that's for sure.
I think Franco's going to pull that one off. Next up, another interesting match. We have Mike Kalinowski and the return of Perry Nemiroff to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
I mean, is she studying? That's the question, man. But you gotta go what you know, because I don't know she's been studying, so I gotta go with KO. It would be funny if he took himself out of a potential number one contenders match
and then lost in the first round to someone who hasn't played the game.
That would be amazing.
Jeez, I don't even know when the last time Perry played was, other than like an exhibition match. But I'm with you. I'm going to Kalinowski as well, as ironic as that would be to just see the dismay. You know, the most exciting thing if Kalinowski lost in the first round wouldn't even be that he lost. It would just be all the shit that every other manager and player talked about it. And that would be incredibly exciting. And I would feel very happy for Perry. But Mike takes this stuff super seriously. He studies like crazy. Maybe like right next to Ben Bateman in study habits. I mean, he's got his binders and all this stuff that he does. So I'm going Mike on that one for sure. Next up, Mark Reilly versus Video Drew. What a matchup, personality-wise.
I gotta go with Video Drew. You know how I feel about Video Drew. I think she's been studying a lot on the YouTubes. So, and I'd rather, no offense, I'd rather see her than Mark Reilly any day of the week.
Yeah, well, I don't pick players based off who I like or don't like or who I want to take on a date or not. But Mark Reilly is just better at the game. Mark Reilly's been doing this forever. Mark Reilly is going to win this match.
You don't put money on it?
We can put money on it. I'll put money on that. Easy. Next up, Jeff Snyder, Rob Snyder's younger cousin, versus Robert Montano.
It's actually Montoya, and he's the great-great-great-grandson of Inigo Montoya. And if Jeff Snyder's got 6 fingers in this match, then he's fucked.
You killed my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
But I ain't never seen Robert play, so you gotta go what you know. Jeff Snyder. And plus, I just want to see Jeff Snyder play matches because he pisses other people off, and I enjoy seeing that.
Yeah. Jeff's coming out. Jeff's going to be snarky. Jeff's going to talk some shit. Jeff's going to act like he doesn't care about this kid at all. Jeff's going to wait till the last second to answer questions and use repeats when he didn't need to, and that's going to be that. He's going to round 2.
Or if he gets 70s, he's not going to answer any questions.
That is true.
All right. Who do we pick? We pick Collins, or we said Merle, or Roka's going to win that. So we got Merle or Roka versus Lon Harris. I think either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be a little of an upset if Lon won, but you got to go with Roka or Merle, I think. What about you?
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, they're just too big of juggernauts. I mean, every once in a while, the Patriots lose. Every once in a while, Alabama loses. Like, sometimes the biggest name in the game takes an L, but they're the biggest name in the game because they usually don't. So, whether it's Merle or Roka versus Lon Harris, I got to go with one of them.
And then I put Dorado versus Draco. I think Draco's going to win that. You picked the Kid versus Draco.
Yeah, so I have Brendan Meyer versus Draco, and I
said the Kid.
I know, I was just repeating it.
Why?
Because that's helpful sometimes.
They got short-term memory loss?
No, but when you repeat things, people have an easier time remembering it.
I'm looking you in the eye. Do you have short-term memory loss? Tell us down below in the comment section. Scroll back up, hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. All right, who do you think's gonna win?
If you do have short term memory loss, you're gonna forget that he said that. So,
I'll say that at the end of the video.
I'm going at Draco. Either way, I think no matter which one of us wins in that matchup, and Draco's going to be the move on. I think Draco will have a tougher match against Brendan Meyer than he would against Gerald, which is why I picked him correctly. But either way, Draco's going to be the one moving on.
I got this one.
All right.
We got Chance, the Schmoedown player, Elson, versus Miller. I think we both had the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Miller, man, she's just focused on the questions. Chance, he's focusing on the character. And I don't know. He's been doing a lot of inner geekdom studying. How much studying has he been doing for these type of questions? I'm going to have to go with Miller on this one. And Chance, our Schmoedown player, Ellison's going to take a loss.
I think that I agree with you. I think that Chance, to get to the level he's got in inner geekdom, it has taken a lot of studying. And yeah, maybe he knew a lot of that stuff already. I'm definitely not going to say he didn't, but you definitely have to gear your studying towards that to do this. And yeah, I mean, he's got a decent amount of time, depending on how far it goes in the Inner Geekdom tournament, to get studied up for this. But I think Miller's coming in hot. I think Miller is a future star of the Schmoedown. And I think that she will be the underdog in that match, but I think it's going to be an upset.
Yeah, I want to nickname her Obi twice. She's real name, no gimmicks. and she's like a new Rachel Cushion, you know.
Yeah.
She don't care about nothing but the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And did we both have the Barbarian?
Yes, we both took Barbarian and we both took Bibiani.
The Beast. I think the Barbarian's gonna slay the Beast like Beowulf did. Did Beowulf kill any Beast? I don't know. I slept during history.
Beowulf? Is that what you were saying?
Beowulf.
I thought you said Beowulf.
Beowulf.
Beowulf. I think, Bibiani, he's really good. He's very good.
At round 1.
At round 1. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, if it's a free-for-all, you can bet on him going for a while. If it's round 1, he's going to nail some stuff, but he has a tendency to stumble. I think the Barbarian is starting to put things together, and I'm going to give him the over on the Beast.
All right, I forgot who we said, so we're going to keep with this one. You know what I'm saying? So
All right.
we don't forget. So we had Roka Merle versus...
And Draco.
I had Draco. Did you also have Draco?
I did.
All right. I think if it's Roka, I think Draco wins. If it's Merle, I think Merle wins. So take of that what you will.
I'm not going to elaborate on that. It's just
Well, I mean, Roka, I don't know, man. This and Draco, he's kind of intimidating. And Roka, you can get inside Roka's head a little bit.
Yeah, but Roka's been, they know each other well. This is not an unknown opponent to John Roka.
I get that. But, and Draco, he's hungry. He's got the hunger. Roka, either he's going to win the title or he's going to lose, but he's still like, I still got a title, like Finstock Exchange, He doesn't have that 4th round Roka fire in him anymore because obviously the pause in the season. And Draco, he's still hungry. So, but Merle, he's Merle. I mean...
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's just really, really difficult for me to ever pick anyone over Merle. Obviously, it happens occasionally, but I do agree with you. I would really, if it's Roka versus Draco, I really struggle with that. I think that match is a coin flip as well. They are both incredible, but they're both just really hungry as well. It's tough. Just to be different, I'm going to go Roka over Draco. Because, I don't know, the Outlaw takes this stuff pretty seriously, and I know Draco does too, but it's what I'm going with.
Next, we got a good game. We got Tommy's Versace's Liz Shannon Miller, also known as, what do we call it? Schmoedown Respin as Obi Choice, real name, no gimmicks, versus the Barbarian. I think we both had the same for that one.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a good match.
Yeah.
Questions-wise, because and honestly, the managers, they're going to talk their shit, and that's going to be entertaining. Honestly, because I've seen her play better games, and I know she plays good games, but I want the Barbarian to win because Finstock Exchange. You talk, I'll think.
I'm going with Shannon Miller on this one. I think the Barbarian is very good, and I think that he will continue to get better for sure. But he is very, very devoted to that character. He is very, very devoted to whispering to a stuffed animal at the end of every question before he answers. And just like you said, Liz Shannon Miller, she's no nonsense. She's not coming out here with this big character and stuff like that. She's here to play the game. She's here to win matches. And I've seen the Barbarian stumble. And that just worries me. I just don't have a lot of confidence in him to finish this tournament without losing steam or closing it out. So I'm going with Shannon Miller.
I've seen him stumble too, but the cement was uneven. I think he'll watch where he's walking this time and win and beat Liz Shannon Miller. Because, bro, I'm telling you, man, I feel like he's like, the way they talk about him, Ben Bateman, all those guys, it's hard to doubt. Gucci, me and him are we're tight like day old cornrows. And he's never lied to me before. So, if he thinks Barbarian's going to win, Barbarian's going to win. So I'm going to go with the Barbarian.
All right. Well, sticking to that side of the bracket, moving into the quarterfinals, the semifinals. I don't know what finals we're on. Regardless, next up, it's either going to be Merle. If Merle wins, it'll be Merle. But regardless, it's in Draco. I don't know. You figure that out.
Barbarian beats everybody. How about that?
So you have the Barbarian moving all the way to the final.
Yeah, bro. I had him in my Inner Geekdom one. I don't think that's going to pan out, so maybe he'll pan out this time.
Over Dan Merle.
Yeah, why not? Elvis got more hair than Dan Merle.
Nah, dude, screw
You
that.
gotta go with the hair.
Nah, I don't buy that at all.
I'd buy that for $1.
I think it's going to be Liz Shannon Miller and Dan Merle in the semifinal, and I think Merle's pulling it out. But anyways, on to the other side of the bracket. I think we both had either Irwin or Roka coming out of that one.
Yeah. I mean, let's go ahead and decide and make it easy so it's not a clusterfuck like on that side.
Well, that was a clusterfuck.
It was. I'm going to go Irwin because I don't think he's studying right now. I think he's still trying to make them big money deals over at Joel Silver's Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Irwin's going to be in it. I think Sabrina Ramirez, she's going to beat Irwin, though. So I got Sabrina playing against Paul Preston. And I don't know those people. You know, I feel like Kate, she devotes all her time to Goddard and Rachel. I don't know their chemistry, what it's like. I've seen Finstock and Ramirez chemistry. I'm going Ramirez over Paul Preston.
Okay. Yeah, I think either Irwin or Roka, whoever that ends up being, is going to come out of their first round. Against Paul Preston, it's tough because if it's Roka, I'm definitely taking Roka. If it's Irwin,
That'd be a good match. Those personalities.
yeah,
Be
for
incredible
that'd be
stuff.
amazing, and I would love to see that. If it's Irwin versus Preston, then you'll have one guy with a lot of personality and someone with none. But I'm gonna say, let's just out for my bracket. I'll just assume that Roka wins because I like him. Roka versus Preston because I want to see that match so bad. I'm still taking Roka, but I think it's a lot closer than it could be, and I think it's one of the most entertaining matches of the tournament.
So I know I picked Jader, but I don't remember who I picked. Did I pick Tim or Tom? Tim or Tom.
You picked Tom just to be different from me.
Tom. I think that hooded hooligan's gonna beat Jader. What about you, Playboy?
Well, I picked Tim Franco to move on. And Franco versus Paramo, that's tough. We just haven't seen a whole lot from either of these guys yet. But I think Jader is studying really hard, and I think that he's not blowing his shot. You know, this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity he won in Orlando. We were there. It was cool. But I think I'm going to take him on this one. Like, I think I'm going to
Take him where? Out to a date? You better wear a mask.
Well, we have to. It's ordinance. But
Everywhere.
I think Jader's moving on to the next round. I like the kid's style. I think he's taking this super seriously. And I think that Franco is very, very good. And I really just don't know who to pick, so I'm just going to pick someone.
Next, I got Kalinowski and Video Drew. I just want to see Kaiser get a win over corruption, so I'm going to go Video Drew on this one.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Bro, you never know, man.
No shot.
You never know. She might have a voodoo doll on the table stabbing Kalinowski in the gullet.
Well, it's too bad that stuff's fake.
How do you know?
Because I tried it.
You ain't never seen what's that movie called with De Niro? And I think you talk.
That's really dangerous. So in my bracket, I have Kalinowski versus Mark Reilly. That one is really, really tough because Reilly has done this game for so long. I think that Kalinowski's studying habits put him ahead in this one. I love Mark Reilly. I respect what he's given to the game. But I feel like outside of teams, I think his heyday in the Schmoedown is over. I think Kalinowski, I mean, he's doing all this talk about 3 belts. He's got to back it up, and I think he's working really hard to do that. So I'm going Kalinowski into the next one.
I don't remember the movie. All I remember is Lisa Bonet. She gets naked in it. But Video Drew beats Mike Kalinowski, Jeff Snyder, Paulo Yama. We've seen Paulo Yama get shook in the past. I don't know where he's at emotionally. Again, I like to see Jeff Snyder fuck with people. Call me an asshole.
You are.
I was like, call me an asshole. Don't say I am.
You are.
Well, like an asshole or something, gay?
Yep.
You want to fucking smack? I think Snyder's going to take it over Paulo Yama. But this is going to be an interesting match because Oyama, he likes to go to that classics category for better or for worse. Snyder doesn't know anything about classics.
That's also
So this is
very
going to be an interesting strategic match.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
What did I say?
You said interesting.
I meant interesting.
Oh, okay.
A word that doesn't describe you.
Yeah, that's BS.
You might have your little Konnichiwa bun tied too tight, buddy.
That's stupid.
Yes, it is.
I have Jeff Hyder and
Jeff Hyder?
Jeff Snyder
Jeff
and Paulo
Hyder?
Yama as well. And I said that because Jeff needs to go hide because he's going to lose to Oyama 100%. That's a reach. Your prediction is absolute lunacy.
It's debatable.
Well, I got Snyder and Video Drew. That would be the funnest match of the tournament.
That would be pretty interesting.
Because he's going to roast her. She's going to be in character. Roxy and Kaiser on the mic. That would be fun too. But I got to go with... gotta go Snyder over Video Drew. That would be the best match. Like, that would be probably one of the funnest matches of the tournament.
For you.
I mean, Preston and Roka, that would be a great match as well. If it were to happen. Well, who do you got, guy?
So on my side, I would have Kalinowski versus Paulo Yama. This is where I think that what you were talking about, Oyama, comes into play. He's playing people. There's so much hype around Kalinowski and his pursuit of these 3 belts, which I really don't think will happen. But Mike is working really, really, really hard to get there, and that is what will make it happen if it does. So I am going to take Kalinowski over Oyama in that one.
Mike Kalinowski wins 3 belts when I get a haircut, and I'll tell you that right now. Who do I got next? I got Tom and Irwin. Right? I did pick Irwin, didn't I?
Yeah. No, you picked Ramirez.
Oh, Ramirez. Ramirez versus Tom. Thank you. I gotta go with I'm gonna go with the Finstock Exchange again. Call me biased.
I will.
Or call me Strange Wang.
You are.
I prefer Wang. But I'll go Ramirez over Tom.
I'm just going to call you Strange, because that is strange. And I do call you that sometimes.
Well, it is my first name.
And my match, I'm just assuming Roka's there. Honestly, I don't know. But if I'm right, and it is Roka, I'll have Roka versus Jader Paramo. And this is where the crowd win definitely dies out. I think that no matter who he ends up playing, especially if it's Roka, Irwin, or Paul Preston on that side of the bracket, and if Ramirez is as good as everyone says she is, I don't think that Paramo is going to get past that. I hope he surprises me. That would be great to see the person who got in the Schmoedown.
That'd be another ace upset.
Yeah, to see the guy who got in the Schmoedown because he just happened to win a raffle, like beat Ethan Irwin or John Roka would be incredible. I don't think it's going to happen yet. I think he could get there. So I have Roka moving on.
I got Snyder playing against I do got Snyder Ramirez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how that's funny. I got more important stuff on my mind. Like, did your mom's pregnancy results come in when she texted me? I don't know.
She had a hysterectomy.
You don't even know how to spell hysterectomy, but I got... This would be fun because obviously the Dagnino Snyder passed. I would have to go Ramirez because I don't think she's going to be shook by Jeff Snyder's hogwash. And then it's going to be Finstock Exchange versus Finstock Exchange, Barbarian versus Ramirez. That's tough. I've seen Barbarian play before, though, so I guess I'll give him the win. Either way, Finstock Exchange is taking a dub.
Well, we agree on the back half of that statement.
Finstock Exchange taking a dub?
Yeah, I think so. So for me, it would be Mike Kalinowski versus probably Roka.
What a match.
Yeah, and Roka's taking that. And I think it's going to be tooth and nail. And I think, dude, I just the mouths in that match just going off would be absolutely incredible. I would love to see this matchup. But I think this is where Kalinowski gets frustrated because everyone else that he's probably played at this point is decently shakeable. And I understand that Roka can be shaken. You get the point.
Not stirred.
But I think that personality-wise, Roka, I think it'd be the other way around. I think Roka gets under Kalinowski's skin, and I think he moves on.
So what you're saying is Mike Kalinowski's going to be...
Shaky, baby!
Merle Roka in the finals, baby. Like, come on. How could you want this to end any other way? Like... I
just told you how I wanted to.
Well, your way is stupid. I understand they're old school. I understand there's so much new talent in the Schmoedown, and I am excited about all of it, but I am just not done with this storyline yet. I love they're on the same team now, but I love that they are the original rivalry in the Schmoedown, at least the one that we really cared that much about. they're going to end up in opposite sides of this bracket. They probably won't because I think one of them is going to be the singles champion. But if that is what happens, that's what I want.
Team champ versus team champ.
Mm-hmm.
But tell us down below, do you agree with either of our brackets? This says hair tie tied a little too tight. I think so. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.